Hi, God bless you. This is Tehom, the low C minor bamboo flute. It's about 1.5 inches in diameter and about 24 inches, 2 feet long. It's a beautiful colored tan flute, and it's sanded and polished. It's got beautiful grains in it, beautiful colors, like a blonde. It's just really like it. So Tehom is a Hebrew word. It means deep, and it's referenced from Psalms 42 verse 7 through 8, and I encourage you to look that up. So this is how you play it, and you cover it with your padded portion of your fingers. Cover it firmly, not like you're squeezing the life out of the flute. Just cover it enough to make sure that it's no gaps in it. And the only time you want a gap on your fingering is when you want to half note it. A half note is simply chromatic in musical term is that a chromatic is a half step. It's not a whole step in music on the musical scale. So essentially on a flute, even though you have 5 holes or 6, you can get chromatic notes out of it and play in different key signatures. It takes a lot of practice, but it can be done. So with this flute, the way it's designed, it's in the C minor scale, and you want to play it just like you're going up and down a ladder, and play with 2s on, 2 off, like this pattern, and you'll get a good sound from the flute, and you'll be amazed at what you can do with it. Here it goes. Now, if you've heard native instruments, they make theirs with, most instrument makers on native instruments will make theirs with more back pressure here, which means that there's less of an airway flow here. And that gives back pressure when you blow into it. You'll feel that restriction of air, but it helps you to blow the lower notes more consistently and easy. But what I do, I allow for more airway under here, which makes for the lower note a little more not as easy to play, but you can play it by a light breath. But what it does is it opens up for the upper notes in more dynamic range. So you can have more input into the flute and more of a breath sound into the flute. So, and that's the way I make mine. I don't always make them this way, but this particular flute is made like that. So this is how you play Amazing Grace on this flute as well. So it will play C major, Amazing Grace. And we'll cover some techniques really quick, which is the half note right here. On the bottom, you'll half note for the Amazing Grace, and then you will also cover it. I'll show you. Right there, that way. Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound. All right, we have on this low note I talked about, it can be a little harder to play. Just think of when you're coming down to the low note, you're like landing the plane. You don't need full throttle, you don't need full breath going, you just need to relax and come down to the low note. So listen. If you get this note, you're just blowing too hard. Just think light breath, like a feather. And it'll sound like this. Just like that. Now let's play Amazing Grace in E flat major. praise the Lord forever. The Tehom, deep C minor flute.